Life can change in an instant. For many wheelchair users, the struggle to push forward is a daily challenge.
After years of development and countless prototypes, we created Rib Grips, the revolutionary wheelchair hand rim covers with built-in ribs for ultimate grip and comfort.
No more slick surfaces, no more heat burns, just pure, reliable grip. Rib Grips, empowering you to push forward with ease. Rib Grips. Get a grip on your freedom. Discover the difference. Visit ribgrips.com and use promo code GRIP today. You just found the perfect product that helps with staying cool during hot summer runs. No more gross warm water. Stay cool with this product from Gear Handle. This hydration tube cover helps keep your water cool and easily accessible. Stay hydrated during those long summer runs or even delay from freezing in the winter. Plus, they're compatible with various brands of water bladders and come in various colors. Visit gearhandle.com and use promo code H2O today.
This is a Rogue Media Network podcast. Central Texas Life with Ann Harder presents Central Texas Events.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Central Texas Events, and it is always a delight to have Dave Innis come and just kind of tell us what he's doing now in Central Texas, the fabulous keyboard artiste, founding member of Restless Heart.
That's right.
And Dave, 3 years now you've been in Central Texas.
That's
from Nashville.
Right, and thank you for having me, Ann. I appreciate being here. You look great as always.
Well, it's always fun to talk to you, but it's even more fun to hear you play the piano and sing.
You're one of the first people I met when I moved here.
It really is true. It's true. And I had the great thrill of my life to be able to perform with you. And it still blows my mind. But we had the chance to do a little program for RSVP, the Retired Senior Service Program, as part of AmeriCorps Seniors.
Wasn't that fun?
And it was a lot of fun. And, of course, Susan was on the podcast to talk about that, Susan Copeland. And, of course, several of the people always send thank you notes, and so they came to me. So I'm officially handing you your thank you notes.
Okay, well, I
from
appreciate
some of
you.
the attendees there. But it was
that
just
is
loads
so
of fun.
nice.
It was the 30th anniversary of AmeriCorps Seniors, and you do a lot of performing for seniors.
I really do.
Visiting Angels has sponsored you now for 2 years, and you perform at nursing facilities.
Shelley Williams over there at RSVP. At
Yeah, so we got RSVP.
at
on the
RSVP on the brain at Visiting Angels. Yes,
Yeah.
and they do a lot of work with the senior community and a lot of the assisted livings and memory care units.
Of course, you would perform pretty regularly at Hardee's, where my mother was at the time.
Right. We performed there together for a time.
Yeah, I'd happen to be there, and so I'd sing a little bit with you, which is always fun. Christmas, all that kind of stuff. So this is really, in a way, it's kind of a ministry for you too, isn't it?
No doubt. I'm trying to talk Adrian into coming with me.
Talk about your wife.
Yes, my wife, Adrian. And we'll see. She's awfully busy. She's got a lot going on.
Yeah, she does. She does.
The residents always say, "Where's Adrian?"
I know. They look forward to seeing her.
Yeah.
Well, of course, you're performing regularly with that, but you're also performing at Boulevard Steak House.
That's
as part
right.
of Cambria Hotel.
Yeah, you and Mike have been out there several
there to
times.
see you. It's always on Friday evenings at 6:30, right?
6:30 to 9 every Friday, except for August 2nd.
Okay, what's happening then?
Well, August 2nd, my wife and I are going to Las Vegas to see Rod Stewart at Caesar's Palace.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that was our wedding anniversary is December 16th, and so when we decided to give each other a anniversary gift, it was, let's get tickets to Rod Stewart.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun.
It is going to be so great. But honestly, if he got sick, you could sit right in.
I do some Rod Stewart.
I was going to say, because I know you've done some Rod Stewart, you're going to get lots more ideas.
Well, if
aren't
his
you?
keyboard player got sick.
Yeah,
maybe.
well, yeah.
But I love singing Rod Stewart songs,
Yeah.
and although my voice is in a lower register, I really relate to those songs. I think Every Picture Tells a Story was one of the first records I bought when I was a kid. Yeah. I think the very first record I bought was Steppenwolf at Your Birthday Party.
Okay.
Because I loved Magic Carpet Ride.
Oh yeah. Well, you love doing the oldies. I mean, and it's not just
Especially
recent.
for the assisted living.
Oh yeah, because it's always, and I've for years been singing at nursing facilities and assisted living, and especially memory care, where a song will just trigger something, and they'll be singing along, know every word to every song better than I can remember some of the words of the songs. It's interesting how music has that capability.
It really brings back memories for these folks, and I always tell them, look what makes me happy is playing songs that you want to hear.
Yeah.
So help me out. If I'm playing something, I'll right in the middle. If it doesn't look like people know the song, I'll go, how many people know this song? And if everyone doesn't raise their hand, I go, okay, moving right along. But if we're doing sing-along stuff, I generally will, on some of the songs, I'll let them know the name of the song and what the lyrics are that I want them to sing back. Like I do "Don't Fence Me In," and I say, that's all you have to know is "Don't Fence Me In."
Together, yeah.
Wasn't that fun?
Then they'll know that. They loved singing along with that. Yeah,
that's a great song. Well, we did the opening theme song from All in the Family.
Now that
together.
was fun.
You made a good Edith Bunker.
I did my best, Edith Bunker.
Yeah, you did. You had the voice down.
I think that surprised some people, really.
Oh, it was great fun. Well, the reason we did it right was because I do the ending credits of All in the Family, which is kind of a
it's a very familiar.
It's kind of a stride piano thing, and it's very familiar.
Yeah,
and it's a song
called. You kind of did a name that tune on it. Who could recognize it, and somebody pretty quickly went, oh, All in the Family.
I do that song at the end of every performance at the Boulevard.
Okay.
Yeah, which, by the way, is the best food in town, in my opinion.
And I've had the chef sitting right there talking about it, and I know it is. It's excellent. It's excellent. And but if you've already had dinner or whatever,
it's a nice lounge.
Nice lounge, comfortable chairs. I mean, it's just
very comfortable chairs. Which is very important,
it can be
for some of my fans.
It can get more and more important. But you regularly also perform, not every week, but once a month at Marie's.
That's right.
Of course,
once a month.
Had Sydney on talking about
I
when
love
he
Sydney.
First opened. It used to be called Stay Classy Waco, or Classy Glass originally.
And
it's still a little wine bistro, and they've got some food. They've got
they have delicious appetizers.
Yeah.
And it's a neat vibe in there.
So you are playing on Saturday night.
I am this Saturday night. I think I play from 7 to 10.
Right, and then the next time will be August 24th.
That's right.
Yeah. So
I'm glad you know this kind of stuff.
Well, that happens to be my birthday, so I don't know.
Oh, well, you should come see me on your birthday.
Have you sing Happy Birthday to me?
I'll do it.
That would be.
I'll get everybody else to sing it to you as well.
Well, it's really fun to hear you play, and I just have to tell this story. And the time we have remaining, of course, Restless Heart has had huge hits, and people always want to hear, the famous, Bluest Eyes in Texas.
Yeah,
and,
or
I'll Still Be Loving You is
right.
really, of course, there are so many hit songs, from the 80s when you guys were, hitting your stride.
Right.
And just really pumping out the hits.
I have Restless Heart fans come in, and sometimes they'll request a particular Restless Heart song, and so I'll do that. Like the other day, someone wanted to hear When She Cries, which was a big crossover hit for us.
That's another big crossover.
And our first #1 record, someone asked for a couple of weeks back, was That Rock Won't Roll, and so I said, you know what, I should be doing that song. So,
that's a good song.
Yeah,
it is
a good song, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was so cute because now knowing you as a musician and big time musician, but for someone who's played with a band, founded a band 40 years ago, and toured and played these hits over and over and over again.
Yeah.
I mean, I can imagine that it could kind of become a little like rote, a little like kind of.
Well, you do get muscle memory.
Right. Well, I'm sure that's true. I'm sure that's true. But but it was so sweet because one of the organizers at the event got up right after you had played The Bluest Eyes in Texas and I'll Still Be Loving You. And he was almost in tears. I mean, those songs had touched him as he was talking about his sweet little blue-eyed wife, who I was able to tell her that story.
Yeah.
Nobody told her that happened.
Yeah.
And so anyway, all that to say, she was really touched by it too. But to hear an audience member tell you how much those songs meant, I mean, how they really struck a chord.
It's humbling is what it is.
Well, I mean, I thought, this is so neat for Dave. To hear that, because, after what you think, oh, well, I was doing this song again, I've only done it a million times.
It's the right kind of validation. I'll say that. You know. It's like when I play at assisted living and people are singing along and clapping and even some of them get up and dance. And that's the right kind of validation as well. Yeah. But I like to give people everything I got every time I perform. Yeah. I do want to say now that I won't be at the Boulevard on August 2nd, though.
Correct, right. That's when y'all are taking your...
Oh, did we already talk about that?
Taking your trip, right. Taking your trip and...
My memory.
Okay. But every other Friday.
I can remember songs. It's all the short-term stuff.
Really. And speaking of which, I mean, how many songs in your repertoire do you have? I can't even imagine.
I'd say less than 1,000. Over 500.
Oh, yeah, easily.
A bunch of them. But, there's certain ones that I learned, and then I go, well, I don't feel like doing that one. But if someone asks for it, I can do it,
Yeah.
But anytime somebody requests a song that I don't know, I say, well, write it down,
and
give it to me. I'm going to learn it, and that means you have to come back.
So are there any you've kind of, worked into your program that you go, oh, that's a good suggestion?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody wanted Amarillo by Morning,
so
I learned
song.
that. And there's so many of them, actually, that I have learned as a result of it being a request.
Yeah.
And, of course, some of them I knew anyway. And but there's a lot of songs that I know it the same way that the person making the request that heard it on the radio a zillion times, perhaps.
Right.
So I know the songs, but I've never maybe sung them before or played them before. So, I can usually pick my way through that.
Well, you are an incredible musician, and Central Texas is absolutely blessed to have you and Adrian here. 3 years ago, just sort of felt led to move to Waco. I mean, you could have gone literally anywhere in the world.
Well, we always say it was a God thing.
Oh, yeah, no question.
Which, to mean that we just felt drawn here. And we haven't regretted the move. It's been more than what we thought it was going to be. Our friend base here is amazing.
Yeah.
And we love the friendly people, and, we love our home where we live. Our neighbors are fantastic. They had a big 4th of July event, where
like
all
a block party kind
block
of
party,
thing?
yeah. So I went over there and played and
Oh.
ate hot dogs and hamburgers.
Hey, why not?
Yeah. Right across the street, so it was easy.
Well, and Waco does, have a small town vibe. I mean, for sure.
It sure does.
With the friendliness and the people that will just give whatever they can.
Yeah.
So, and you're fit right in, you guys.
Well, I grew up in a small town.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. In fact, and that was another thing I keep hearkening back to the time we performed together a few weeks ago. But a gentleman came up who was also from or had lived in Oklahoma, in Bartlesville, right?
That's right,
and
my
I thought,
hometown.
well, that's a small world. But he had worked for Phillips Petroleum.
Which
your
my daddy worked for Phillips.
Yeah.
Everyone in Bartlesville works for Phillips.
I was going to say it's pretty narrow choice there, but yeah. So it's a small world.
Yes,
it's a small world.
Indeed, it is. But I'm glad to be, except for going to Vegas to see Rod.
Oh no, that's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I'm glad to just stay in the city limits now. I traveled for so many years, flying around the world and riding up and down the highways of America and Canada in a tour bus, and I really love being home. The puppies can count on me now, whereas
Right.
before I'd get home for 3 days and then I'd be gone
They'd
again.
have to get reacquainted every
That's
time
right.
you came home.
That's right. And Adrian seems to be fond of me,
I
so
bet
that's
she's happy to have you around a little bit more.
She
Just
is
a little bit more.
and vice versa. She's
Yeah.
the best thing ever happened to me.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
we're fortunate to have you here, and great opportunity. Somebody asked me that, where's there some live music happening? And I immediately told her about Friday night for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Go to the Cambria Hotel, to Boulevard Steakhouse. Beautiful black little baby grand piano. And
Yeah, it's a Yamaha Grand. So
Before
it's a
you
good
started
piano.
playing there, I happened to be there for an event. And I thought, Dave Innis would look really good behind that piano. And not too long after that.
Well, I sound better than I look.
I don't know, but it's great. It's always fun, and and it's people can enjoy visiting as well as enjoy your music, which is that's kind of a
Well,
fun
I
point
play
too.
at a level. They have a sound system that's up and all around the
Uh-huh.
whole, like a really nice Bose sound system. So I can play at a level where you can hear it, but you can still talk.
Right.
But the talking doesn't drown out the piano either. It's really a neat thing. And
Yeah.
they play it, the music, through in the lobby and, all around. So, yeah, it's really fun.
Yeah.
But somebody came up to me and said, "Man, I was in the men's room and I heard you playing." I just had
to come and check this out.
I was like, huh,
Okay.
Never had anyone tell me that before.
Well, it's always great fun. Of course, these are great old songs. I love. So
Yeah, me too. The
it's
old school country, I love it.
I know.
And I do a lot of music from the 70s, rock and some of the pop stuff and country music from the 70s and the 60s
It's
especially.
very good.
Yeah, I love the old school country. It's there's just so much history to it, and I grew up on those artists.
Well, it's always good to catch up with you, Dave Innis of Dave Innis Music. And if you want to know any more about where he is, you can go to Dave Innis, INNIS music.com, and it'll have the schedule.
Yes, or look
where you
for
want.
me on Facebook. I have a Dave
Facebook,
Innis
yeah.
Music on Facebook. Yeah, and when I say Innis spelled like Holiday Inn, 2 N's, INNIS.
Yeah.
Yeah, look me up. And I try to answer all
And
my messages.
you also are available for private parties and things like that. So
that's right. Yeah.
You can be booked that way as well.
Yes, you can go to Dave Innis Music or the Facebook page, Dave Innis Music, or the .com, either one. Now's the time to book for holiday.
Yeah,
for
for sure.
Yeah, because
Your
I
schedule
get pretty
gets-
busy around
gets
that
tight,
time.
yeah. Well, again, it's always great to hear you perform and good to visit with you. And
Thank you,
Good to
Ann.
have you here with us for Central Texas Events, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye now.
This has been a Rogue Media Network production. Are you a podcaster? Let's talk podcast hosting. Are you tired of your current podcast host? Need real support in a community that gets it? At Rogue Media Network, we offer top-tier podcast hosting services to help you thrive. From hosting and distribution to dedicated support, we've got you covered. Starting as low as $25 a month. Join our community of passionate podcasters today. Contact us at hello@roguemedianetwork.com.